Hello and welcome to the first of many best practices video. I'm Shanna Uwe and I will be leading you guys through the fourth grade place value unit. Take a moment to look at the two memes. How do you think they relate to the place value unit for fourth grade? This is just a fun reminder that we need to keep place value fun, engaging, and hands-on for students to really understand the relationships between numbers and place value. In this fourth grade unit, that is precisely what students will be exploring, building understanding of place value relationships, looking at 10 times greater and 10 times less with values of digits, as well as representing numbers to 1 million in different ways. In the fourth grade unit, place value of whole numbers, we're going to start by expressing how the value of a digit in a whole number changes if the digit moves one place to the left or to the right. We're also going to move into reading and writing whole numbers using standard, expanded, and word form. So you can see the examples there, the same number represented three different ways. And this is to the millions place for fourth grade. So what does student learning look like in the classroom? So you can see in the initial video, we have place value discs where students are looking at the value of the different digits and comparing 10 times greater or 10 times less. In the second video, we're representing numbers using a task, and we're actually representing it in standard form, word form, and expanded form using that chart. What does student learning sound like in the classroom? You may see someone turning and talking to their partner about connections that they made. What did you notice about the number when you multiplied it by 10? How did that change the value? If 70 times 10 is 700, is there another equation that you could write that uses the same numbers? So looking for that multiplication and division connection. What would happen if we had a company that taxed or took away 1/10 of the amount donated? So just some examples of questions and conversations that you should be hearing in the classroom. So here's some sample vocabulary. This is also referenced on the parent letter for the unit. We have base 10 system, expanded form, place value, standard form, whole numbers, and word form. We should be hearing precise vocabulary as students and teachers are discussing place value within this unit. So how will students demonstrate their knowledge? Here are some examples of what you might see in this fourth grade place value unit. We have Penny Palooza, where it's a task where they're looking at donation from money matchers and they're comparing 10 times greater or 10 times less relationships using that task. We also have gemstone discovery, where you're going to have different gems, different amount of gems, where they're going to represent it in standard, expanded, and word form. You might see bingo, where they're using rule cards to determine which numbers represent that rule. And then you also have another example of a show what you know, where you might see them just, looking at the relationships and really diving into what the digits represent based on their place value. Here are some sample questions that you could ask to gauge student understanding in this fourth grade place value unit. How does the value of the digit 3 in 738 compare to the value of the 3 in 27,385? What you want to see is that kids can recognize the value of the digits based on their location, and that the value of the digits will be different based on their location. And moving into understanding those place value relationships, that the 3 in 738 is 1/10 or 10 times less than the value of the 3 in 27,385. Another sample question, similar, but now we're looking at the value of the 4 in 2,468 is 10 times greater than the value of the 4 in 21,346. You also want to look at how would you represent 746,098 in expanded form. You could also ask standard and word form, but this example has expanded form. And really you're looking that kids can actually represent that number using those place values of each digit. Here's an engaging task or activity that could be done at home. This task was actually found in the parent letter as an example, but basically you could have your child draw a place value chart like shown on the screen and give them a 6-digit number where all the digits are the same. And really you're just looking at adjacent place values. So for example, what's the relationship between the value of the digit in the tens place and the digit in the hundreds place? Are the numbers on the left of a number 10 times bigger, 10 times smaller? So really, once again, just exploring those place value relationships. So remember that meme at the beginning when the kids were really excited about seeing all the math tools come out? When teachers use those math tools to teach place value, especially of greater numbers all the way to the millions place, we're going to see students more engaged and more excited about learning that place value. So we should be seeing base 10 blocks and then working up to place value discs that go all the way to that millions place. So we really appreciate you joining us this time for this first video, and we're going to see you for our next best practices video soon.